And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is the second last round of the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stocks. Tonight we come to you from Lima, Ohio, here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for Dirt Street Stocks to take to the racetrack here. We're just about to wrap up the qualifying session. We'll see 2 heat races on the program. Everybody's going to go through to the main event. There'll be 8 laps in the distance. So let's take a look at heat race number 1 lineup here. Jamie Massey goes quick time. He will start on pole. To the outside of the front row, the 48 of Scott Fritz lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 57 car of Jeremy Atkins. From 4, the 15 of Steven Stefanski. Devin Nelson rolls into position number 5 in car number 9. To the outside from position number 6, it's the 8 car of Tyler Jackson. And we go back to your 4th and final row of heat race number 1, inside and outside. Inside the 4th row from position number 7, the 10 car of Lon Franks. And he's outside, lining up out of position number 8 in car number 43. That is Grady Ehrman. So 8 cars getting ready, getting set to do battle here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Heat race number 1 of 2 coming into this evening. I'll bring it up on another screen actually. We check the point standings. Let me just navigate where I need to be and where we need to go. That is going to be it. So just seeing if the pace car is going to turn off. If it does. So looking at the standings, Carl Kilgore and Jamie Massey, they are tied on points. So who will take out the second last round of this series? Green flag is out. Jamie Massey leads him down into 1 and 2. Atkins had a good challenge, had a good look on the inside of Scott Fritz, but Fritz managed to work his way around the outside. They go 3 wide for position number 3, 4, 5, 6 in there right there with Tyler Jackson. Devin Nelson to the inside on Atkins. Stefanski in the 15 car will sweep around the outside of the 9 entry. And now here comes Tyler Jackson. Look out, Grady Ehrman in position number 7. Nelson just into the rear bumper of the 15 car of Steven Stefanski. Meanwhile, Scott Fritz trying to close in on your race leader through turn number 1 and 2. But you're watching the battle right there. Stefanski in the 15, Nelson in the 9, Jackson in the 8, Grady Ehrman in that 43 car. And just like that, we are 3 down, 5 laps left to run here in the opening heat race of the night. 2 heats followed by a 5-minute warm-up session and then our 40-lap A main event to come. Here from the Limaland Motorsports Park, Jeremy Atkins closing in the 57 car onto the back of the 48 entry of Scott Fritz as they work it through 1 and 2. Fritz again looking to move back up to the rear bumper of the 2 car of Jamie Massey. Massey continues to lead the way with just 3 laps left to run here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Clean and green so far for the opening heat race of the night. 2 heats and an A main event to come. Here with the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stock. Tyler Jackson 3rd in the point standings, back there by 28 points it is. So Jackson's got a fair bit of work to do. He sits back there in position number 7 in heat race number 1. Speaking of 7s, we're 7 down with 1 lap left to run for Jamie Massey. He works it down through the 1st and 2nd turn. They'll go and keep it nice and straight goes. Jamie Massey down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He'll protect to the inside, run the same line as he's been doing all race long. Heat race number 1 is done. We'll get to chatting to your heat race number 1 winner here in just a few moments' time. We'll bring up the results as we get set. We'll take a few minutes to wait. There's Jamie Massey, Scott Fritz, Jeremy Atkins, your top 3. Steven Stefanski, Devin Nelson make up your top 5. Grady Ehrman, Tyler Jackson, and Lon Franks as we talk to Jamie Massey, heat race number 1 winner. Jamie, congratulations on the victory in that opening heat of the night. Going quick time here this evening. Coming into race number 7 of 8, you're tied with Carl Kilgore. How much does this mean to you, knowing that you're going to put yourself on pole for the 40-lap main event?
Oh, we're starting off good, but we've did that a time or 2, man, and he's been a little better than us. He's been testing and working a little harder than we have, and it showed. I haven't, man. I've been IRL, working on my IRL stuff and just haven't concentrated on this deal. And it showed, man. He kicked my butt. My boys worked hard this week. I haven't tested any, and they had me a good little setup there. And we got on the pole. We got lucky. I'll take it.
You've You two, yourself and Carl, have been the only two drivers that have picked up wins. He's had 4 wins. You've had 2 wins. Does that give you confidence knowing that he's got the double the amount of wins that you've got coming into the second last round of the series, and you're both tied on points?
Yeah, it kind of. I guess that kind of means that we've finished a little better than him, but I'm ultimately here to win races. We all know that. Just like so. So in my book, he's the man to beat right now, regardless of what the points even say. He's the man, and I got to go get him tonight. And this is my opportunity, and we're gonna take it and do the best we can with it.
Jamie, well done on the heat race victory. Look forward to seeing you back starting on pole of that 40-lap feature event very shortly.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
There we go, Jamie Massey, winner of heat race number 1 as we get set to take a look at heat race number 2, starting a lineup on the pole position with the 21 C car of Charles Barnes to the outside of the front row. The man that sits tied with Jamie Massey for the point standings, 4 wins in 6 races. It's the 9 car of Carl Kilgore from position number 2. Joshua Ely rolls off the 09 machine from position number 3. Bradley Means lines up the 0B machine from position number 4. Joe DeVries in the 327 makes it up the 5th starting position to the outside. Bryce Dickinson lining up at a position number 6 in car number 84. Then you go back to our 4th and final row. Jordan Lafont inside the 7th starting position in the 144 car. And the 5H of Christopher Hill lines up at a position number 6. And boy, we are in for a treat as we have got all 8 cars ready to take to the racetrack. Charles Barnes, looking at where Charles is sitting in the point standings, he sits 9th, equal 9th in the point standings, back with Joshua Ely, who Ely starts behind him. So that's going to be a nice little points battle right there, shaping up between those two drivers. We've got Carl Kilgore, as we've already said, he is leading the way. Bradley Means 4th in the point standings. Of course, Jamie Massey, Tyler Jackson, they both just had their heat race, so we're keeping a close eye on Bradley Means in that one. We also got in this one Bryce Dickinson, Jordan Lafont. Jordan Lafont is 12th. Bryce Dickinson is 17th. So there is a lot to play for, a lot on the line here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Penultimate race of the season. Here we go. We are underway. Charles Barnes and Carl Kilgore will lead us down the front straightaway. Ely to the inside of Means, but Bradley Means is going to get the run on the outside. Now watching Carl Kilgore trying to move by that 21C car. Boy, wouldn't this be a front row for Carl Kilgore and Jamie Massey to start on that front row. The points leader slider there from Kilgore on Barnes. Meanwhile, to the right of your screen, Means to the outside on Ely. Crisscrossing up down into turn number 3 and 4. Barnes lines it up. Kilgore goes down to the inside. Carl Kilgore takes over the race lead for lap number 2. Now Kilgore going to try and set his sights on that checkered flag, but boy, not without the fight and the pressure. Barnes catching the tyre on the infield down into turn number 1. Excuse me, about to cough. And Charles Barnes is going to go back to position number 5 and 6. Means sitting back there in position number 2. Ely and Dickinson will make up the 3rd and 4th place drivers. Meanwhile, Charles Barnes, he's going to be back there in position number 5. So final heat race of the night. Ely, Dickinson to the inside of the 09 machine as they work it through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Joshua Ely still holds on to position number 3. Again, Ely equal 9th in the point settings with Seth Castle and Charles Barnes. And you already see Charles Barnes 2 spots behind him in the 21C after starting on pole position. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Boy, what a front row we're about to have for tonight's 40-lap feature event. It makes his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 2 belongs to Carl Kilgore. 2nd will go to Bradley Means. 3rd on the line will be Joshua Ely. Bryce Dickinson home in 4th. And you go back to Charles Barnes to round out your top 5. Joe DeVries makes up the 6th finishing position, followed by Jordan Lafont and Christopher Hill 6 laps down in 8th position. We'll chat to heat race number 2 winner here in just a few moments' time. It's going to be the 9 car of Carl Kilgore. While that is happening, we have a open racetrack, a warm-up session that will be slated for, I think they are looking at about 5 minutes for that one. Again, we just wait for Carl Kilgore to make his way out of the virtual race car, but heat number 2 winner goes to Carl Kilgore. Carl, congratulations on the victory. Boy, that 9 car looks pretty quick at the moment.
Yes, sir. We work our butt off for these races and just keep these cars up to date. And with the new update, I feel like our stuff's still pretty good. We just got to make sure we're pretty consistent right here.
We'll get to the update and maybe the differences that you've felt here in a moment, but tonight, second last round of the series before we head to the final race next week. Yourself, Jamie Massey, you guys are both on 558 points when the drop weeks come into play. Is how much does this mean to you tonight to put yourself alongside of Jamie on this front row?
It means a lot. It definitely evens the odds right here. I feel like we're one of the same sometimes. So being right door to door with him for the start is going to be pretty fun. We ought to put on a show like always.
4 wins in 6 races. Jamie's picked up the other 2 wins. You guys have. It's safe to say that you guys have dominated the series so far. What's it going to take to put this 9 car back into victory lane for a 5th time this season?
Like I said, man, just consistency. Let's got to make sure we hit our marks right here and see if we can't come out with it on top.
Well, now we just spoke about you just mentioned that the update, and you're still feeling confident. What's sort of been the biggest change that you've noticed in the Dirt Street stock since the update just a little over a week ago?
I haven't really noticed a big change. I really actually haven't even adjusted the setups for the update. The stuff's still been fast, and I've actually hit my fastest laps so far on this on the new update.
Well, we'll let you get to practicing and getting this 9 car dialed in here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Carl, congratulations on the heat race number 2 victory. Good luck in that 40-lap main event coming up shortly.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so I believe we are not too far away, ladies and gentlemen, here from the Limaland Motorsports Park to get ready for our main event. I think we are looking at about 15 seconds left in this little warm-up session that, of course, we will go through and take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's feature event. But just to give you a quick little recap, go back to qualifying. It was Jamie Massey with a 14.216, and this field only separated by less than 0.2 of a second for the 16 cars. That's how close it is. 0.2 of a second is all that separates 16 drivers when it comes to qualifying. Heat race number 1 winner, Jamie Massey, along with Carl Kilgore, getting the win in heat race number 2. As we get set right now, we'll take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's feature event here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Jamie Massey lines up on pole position to the outside of the front row. Carl Kilgore lining up at a position number 2. Boy, what a front row. They are tied on points coming into week number 7. We go back to the second row, inside and outside with a 48 car. Scott Fritz finding himself 7 in the point standing, starting up alongside Bradley Means, who is 4th in your World of Thunder Dirt Street Stock competition coming into this penultimate round of the series. Jeremy Atkins rolls off at a position number 5, 16th in the point standings. Joshua Ely, equal 9th, will roll off at a position number 6. Steven Stefanski back there. He's only done 2 races. Make this number 3. Back 25th in the point settings. He'll start position number 7. Bryce Dickinson for his 5th race of the season. 17th in the point settings. Comes in to this one starting at a position number 8. Position number 9 with a 9 car of Devin Nelson. As Nelson finding himself 6 in the point settings. Starting up alongside Charles Barnes. Tied for 9th position. He will start position number 10. We go back to Grady Ehrman rolling off the 43 car, 5th in the point setting, starting position number 11, Joe DeVries lining up at a position number 12. Joe sitting 13th in your point standings. Then we go back to the second last row, Tyler Jackson, 3rd in your point standings, rolls off at a position number 13. Jordan LaFawn back there to position number 14. As he finds himself 12th in the points, so he's just looking at something else. And then in the final row, Lon Franks alongside Christopher Hill. Chris Hill, 15th in the point standings as well. Just like that, we are ready to go racing. I thought we might have been going 4 wide, but no, we are not. We are underway with Carl Kilgore and Jamie Massey leading him down into 1 and 3 and 4. First lap is in the books. Jamie Massey leads. Slider attempt coming from Kilgore. He got the car tight. Fritz gets into the back and they start to check up. Bradley Means goes around. Lafon around as well. And you just hate to see it sometimes. So everybody just trying to do the right thing and just sort of checking up for the cars in front of them. To be honest, I'm probably going to rule that one as a racing deal, because just getting a little sketchy there as, again, drivers are sort of checking up for one another. So again, we'll let race control make their decision on that one. But just for the simple fact that everybody was just trying to take avoidance on trying to get by those slower cars. No real fault of anybody else. Could probably rule that one as a racing deal again. So this will be 2 laps into the books. We'll go back with 38 to run. I'll go 1 to green right now. And again, no further penalties to any of the drivers, so they'll just line up where iRacing tells them to. Oh, Kilgore got some mechanical issues. So single file restart here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, Lima, Ohio, for round number 7 of the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stock Open Setup Competition here on Tuesday night, as we are green flag and we're battling for the lead already between your championship contenders. And again, Kilgore's car, it just looks way tight on the entry into the turns. Once he gets that car turned in, then it looks pretty stable. Massey back to the outside on Kilgore. This battle for the lead, battle for the championship. Jamie Massey so far only 2 wins in 6 races. The other 4 wins has gone to the man that's all over the rear bumper in the 9 car of Car Kilgore. Scott Fritz looking for yet another podium in the 48 car. And again, looking to gather up some more points. He's already missed 1 week, but still finding himself 7th in the points standings with the drop week coming into play. So Kilgore now coming after Massey one more time, but Scott Fritz back there to position number 3. Jeremy Atkins, Bryce Dickinson will go to positions number 4 and 5. Devin Nelson back there in 6. He'll slide it up. Steven Stefanski now trying to come to the inside. Your battle is on for what is 6th and 7th position. Stefanski with a slider on Nelson. Nelson with some dipping sauce and turns it right back underneath him. Now down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Dickinson trying to come after Jeremy Atkins for that 4th position on the raceway. Again, you can just see Kilgore having those issues in that 9 car. No doubt it's plaguing and playing a little bit of havoc there to the 48 car, because the 48 of Scott Fritz, he doesn't want to ruin this championship. He doesn't want to ruin this battle because of some mechanical issues from the 9 car, but doing a nice job to keep just a nice little gap between himself and the runner-up driver of Carl Kilgore. Meanwhile, now he closes in. 9 down and 31 to run here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stock Open Setup Competition, round 7. Round number 8 next week. Looking forward to that one as they work it once again down into 3 and 4. And your battle is on for the lead. Kilgore looking to take that lap, and that he does. Carl Kilgore to the race lead, and that is going to be huge if we get a yellow. Kilgore had it by 11 1,000th of a second. Here comes Fritz. Kilgore again, just you see the front end. Those front tyres, they were pushed all the way to the left coming off the exit of turn number 4, which meant that car was getting very tight. Now Massey goes to the inside, and there we go, a little bit of a hip and shoulder, just giving a bit of a right side of romance, love and touch and squeezing and feeling. Jamie Massey back to the race lead to lead what is lap number 12 with 28 to run. So again, your top 3 on screen, Massey, Kilgore and Fritz. And you go back to Atkins, Dickinson to make up your top 5. Nelson, Stefanski, Barnes, Lafon, Franks will be your top 10. Jackson, Ely, Ehrman, DeVries, Means. That's your 15 cars. Christopher Hill, unfortunately, is out of tonight's race. Trying a different line goes the 9 car of Kilgore through turn number 3 and 4. This track starting to slick it up just a little bit on the entry into the turns, making it a little bit tougher for these guys just to get their cars set up nice and straight, and well, trying to find the slick, trying to find the moisture. Massey still leads from Kilgore and Fretz. Let's go back and look at the near the back end of this field. Ely to the inside on Franks. Franks gets by the 43 car of Grady Urban, but Urban is going to fight back to the top of the racetrack. So the mid pack and the back markers, Joe DeVries climbing up onto the catch fence, doing some sort of Logan Rumsey style of bump and grind. It's not Tony Hawk, mate. You're playing iRacing. 3 to run from the half race distance. 17 down, 23 to go. Massey leading the way. Again, looking for feature win number 3 on the season. And you must think that if if Jamie Massey can defeat Car Kilgore over the next couple of weeks with those drop weeks coming into play, you would think that Kilgore would be victorious. But I mean, anything can happen. Again, these two drivers have been the real standout performers of this season. We are yellow. We've got cars upside down. We have got Alright, so we're going to let race control. What's up, dude? Oh, what's up? Wasabi. So waiting for the decision to come through from race control. I've already made up my mind. I don't need to see anymore, but not for me to tell over the live stream. So we'll let Steve McMillan handle that decision. So we are essentially 19 in the books once we go back to green off turn number 4. So 21 to run, still a lap away from half race distance. And again, speaking about the point situation, let's have a look. Car Kilgore, Jamie Massey, they are running 1 and 2. Tyler Jackson, who is 3rd in the point standings, he's back in 13th position. Yeah, it's going all right. Yes, all right. Bradley Means, fourth position in the point standings. He's back in, where is Bradley Means? I just seen him. He's back in the pits, but you can see that 0B machine coming out right now. And Grady Ehrman with a top 5, but Ehrman back to 11th position. So boy, I tell you what, the 3rd, 4th and 5th place drivers, they've got a lot of work to do for the likes of Devin Nelson, Scott Fretz. Boy, I'm sure they're loving this one to see those guys tag up onto the back end of this field. Meanwhile, we're back to green. Cross flag 6 coming out as we work lap number 20. No, we are yellow. I believe this happened with Charles Barnes in the 21C. Oh. Okay, apologies to Charles. He was actually caught up involved in that one. So that was Nelson, who tried to get a run on the outside. In fact, that should go on Jeremy Atkins, because Atkins slides from the middle and just slides all the way up to the top. And I mean, if that's me, I'm probably putting Jeremy Atkins to the back of the field for that one, but yes, sorry, it is, yes, let Chenny and Chenny to go. Thank you for that one. So I believe we are just going to call that one as a race and deal as we get ready to just send it up for turn number 4. Green flag is out. We're back underway on lap number 20, as Craig Plater would say. And we got Chenny to run. Kilgore again trying everything to get by the 2-car of Jamie Massey. Scott Fritz still looking good in position number 3. Well, he was, but Devin Nelson just says, yeah, nah. Oh, boy, Scott Fritz is going to be... Thank you. Scott Fritz is going to be annoyed. Let's put it that way. And rightfully so. So we'll take a look at the instant replay of that one. We'll go to Scott Fritz in the 48 car. Watch this. Watch to the right of your screen. Devin Nelson just comes in. Well, we might have to call him Miley Cyrus on that one because unfortunately that was just a big wrecking ball. He literally come from nowhere on that exchange. So unfortunately Nelson gets into the back of Fritz. And there you can see Fritz and Nelson both back up to the tail end of the field. Grady Oman just having a look down on the bottom side. So back up front, Jamie Massey, Carl Kilgore. I believe we're getting ready to go back green off turn number 4. That indeed we are. As thank you, thank you. Hey, what's the number for 911? How do I know? Green flag back out. Dickinson on the inside of Atkins. They work it down into 1 and 2 once again. They're going to rub panels. Oh boy, again, boys. Valentine's Day was a month ago. If you want to rub on each other, we'll take it to the bedroom, folks. As watching Bryce Dickinson move his way to position number 3. Joshua Ely in the 09 car. He'll now move it to the bottom side, up to the top 5 position. Gets by Steven Stefanski. Now Ely coming after. 4th place driver, the 57 car of Jeremy Atkins. Now gets the right front up on the left rear quarter panel. To the inside they go. Joshua Ely moves by Jeremy Atkins. Atkins, boy, I tell you what, he is holding on for dear life. Steven Stefanski. Now he'll go to the inside of Jeremy Atkins as they work it off turn number 4. Massey still leads with 15 and a quarter to run. Stefanski, Atkins side by side. Just in front of them goes the 09 car of Joshua Ely and Bryce Dickinson. Dickinson, who finds himself 17th in the point standings. Meanwhile, Joshua Ely, he's tied with 9th on the point standing with Lon Franks, who comes now in the 10 car, so he's still a couple of positions, but also he's tied with Charles Barnes, who again is near the back of the field. Boy, can't wait to see how this one shakes out when it comes to the point standings as they work it down the back straight away into 3 and 4. Back up front, your race leader, Jamie Massey with Carl Kilgore. Kilgore just backs out of it, now tries to go to the inside. They make a bit of contact. Boys, I tell you what, I know you've had your differences in the past. I know there's been some receipts being served, but Bryce Dickinson moves into position number 2. And boy, doesn't that change the outcome. That could change the outcome of this race because Carl Kilgore now has got 1 car between himself and Jamie Massey. And with 12 to run, your money, all barring a yellow, your money would almost have to be on Jamie Massey to get the win. But again, anything is possible here as Kilgore goes down to the inside on Bryce Dickinson into turn number 3 and 4. Dickinson in car number 84. Again, 5th time we've seen Bryce Dickinson this season in the 7 races so far. And boy, that 84 car looking good for a podium, but not before Carl Kilgore forces his way up on the inside, and Kilgore finds his way back to the runner-up position. 3/4 of this race is complete, 30 down and 10 to run. Dickinson gives him a little bit of a receipt and some payback from the pass he made a couple of laps ago, with Kilgore now to the outside. Boy, Dickinson, Kilgore going at it. Gee, I'll tell you what, there is nothing in it between the pair as they work down the front straightaway. At the line, there was 6 1/1000 of a second. Oh, Kilgore! Somehow, no, he's not going to, well, he's going to keep it. He keeps it going due to the contact, so something that maybe race control will have to make a look at. Kilgore got some heavy damage on that number 9 machine, and it does not look pretty at all. Gee, the left front is really picking up, so something must have broken in the rear end. Stefanski around, and we go yellow. Kilgore gets into the back of him, and Stefanski, unfortunately, we'll have to go to the tail end of the field along with the 9 car But no doubt, and I'm going to suggest that maybe Kilgore is maybe going into the pits, I dare say. Probably not a bad idea to go and get that fast repair. As that 9 car is probably seeing better days. Bradley Beans back to the pits, but gee, this changes everything up front right now, but not for your race leader. Jamie Massey, Bryce Dickinson. Then you go back to Joshua Ely. Ely tied with tied on 9th position in the points standing with Seth Castle, who is not here tonight, but also Charles Barnes. And both, all three of those drivers, in fact, have only done 5 of the 6 meetings so far. Now, of course, this is race number 7. So make that 6 out of the 7 that we've seen Bryce Dickinson, Joshua Ely and Charles Barnes do. Devin Nelson 6 in the point standings. He's only done 5 of the 6 meeting as well. So Carl Kilgore again will line up at the back end of this field. We'll come back to green as 6 to run off for quarter number 4, and the 2 car of Jamie Massey. No doubt he would have loved to have seen that the 9 car is at the back end of this field. Lon Franks in the 10 car, who's come from deep in this field, mind you. So, no, just as we'll talk about Lon Franks, Joshua Ely involved. And who was going to get through that one? Franks gets into the back of Ely. Jackson Nelson involved in that one, and boy, it was pandemonium here in turn number 3 and 4. So watch the 09 car. Franks just gets a little bit of a run. Jackson, Nelson, Ehrman involved. So again, these drivers just starting to get a little bit antsy, a little bit agitated. Jamie Massey, Bryce Dickinson, that'll put Lon Franks to position number 3. And from what I recall, I believe that Lon Franks should have been given the EOL for getting into the back of the 09 car of Joshua Ely. The light's still on the iRacing.com safety car again. World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stocks open setup here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park, Lima, Ohio. They'll go 1 to green. Five to run as they work it off turn number 4, and we are back underway here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Jackson will go to the inside on Franks. Look at Scott Fritz is going to find his way back to position number 4. So the 48 car once again moves his way through the field and towards the front of this pack. Jackson just with those mechanical issues on the exit of turn number 4, but they seem to be stable right now. Seems to have sorted itself out. Bryce Dickinson in that 84 car. Boy, that NLR number 84 machine just keeping it nice and straight. How much damage is on that race car with that 84 car, with the damage and the contact that he had with Carl Kilgore. Jackson again in third position and also third in the points standings. Could be a good night for that 8 car. So work with just 2 laps left to run for the number 2 car of Jamie Massey. Jackson fights it down to the inside on Dickinson. Boy, again, that is going to be all sorts of contact. Jackson slides up, he gets tight. Dickinson goes back to the inside. Scott Fritz is there. They'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Final lap here, Lon Franks as well. So you've got a 4-car battle for the final spots on the podium. It's not going to matter down into turn number 3 and 4. There's still 3 wide through 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Jamie Massey victorious. Second is going to go to Scott Fritz, I believe. Oh boy. Jamie Massey will be victorious here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park. Let's take a look at your official results. Jamie Massey gets the win ahead of Scott Fritz in second. Bryce Dickinson third. We'll chat to those top 3 drivers in a few moments' time. Tyler Jackson, Grady Erman to make up your top 5. Lon Franks in 6. Carl Kilgore back to 7. Jeremy Atkins, Devin Nelson, Joshua Ely make up your top 10. We'll go over the page. The final finishes. Steven Stefanski in 11. Charles Barnes in 12th. The last car on the lead lap. Bradley Means a lap down in 13th position. Then the couple of DNFs. Joe DeVries, Jordan Lafont and Christopher Hill. But boy, what a feature. That was exciting from start to finish. Here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park. We'll chat to your top 3. We'll chat to third place first tonight. It's the 84 car of Bryce Dickinson. And Bryce, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight. Boy, late in that race, that 84 car, no doubt it's seen its fair shares of bumping and grinding. But when it's all said and done after 40 laps, third place finish, are you happy with that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty thrilled about it. I know there's a lot of other people that aren't too happy about it, but when you race me like that, I'm going to do the same thing, and push comes to shove, and that's, what happens. Fuck around, find out.
Well, this 84 car had its work cut out for you this evening. You started on the outside of the 4th row, which means you finished 4th in heat race number 2. You had to work for that one.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with the way the car felt there in the heat race, so we kind of threw the kitchen sink at it, probably the fridge, maybe even the stove. Probably hinted the microwave at it, and we came out with something there, and we felt 10 times better.
Bryce, well done on the third place finish here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 84 car.
First and foremost, I got to thank Jamie Massey. He's never gave up on me. Always wanted me to get faster, so I got to thank him. Everyone over at NLR House of Speed. Without those guys, I want to be where it's at. Papa Mike, Mama Bear, Sweet Tea, just everyone who helps on this.
Bryce, well done on third place tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you back for Championship Week next week. Congratulations for tonight.
Thank you.
There we go. Bryce Dickinson home in third place. Home in second place tonight, it's the 48 car of Scott Fritz. And, well, Scott, you had a podium position locked up. You copped a wild move from a teammate of yours, which sent you to the back end of the field, and you managed to drive your way back up to second spot when it's all said and done. Hey, second place after 40 laps, a roller coaster of a race.
Yeah, if I know me, I have no business being in a street stock, but I felt the car felt amazing tonight. Carl had us on dig, and kind of was just avoiding everyone's messes once we went to the back there, and then that last lap I saw T-Jack and Bryce kind of get together and get off the bottom. I just cut down, and I was already up against the inside tires, and he kind of come down on me, and we just kind of got together, and then we were 3 wide and just kind of leaning on each other after that, but we were able to come home with second.
At the time when you got hit by Devin Nelson, how annoyed were you when that 48 car was facing the wrong way?
Well, we were in Discord together, so he got a piece of my mind. But I wasn't really surprised because it's Devin, but you can't be mad at Devin for too long because if you know Devin, he's Devin. But the car was really good, and we were kind of able to roll back up through there and ended up finishing a spot ahead of where we were running when we got taken out.
Scott, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. That no doubt going to elevate you potentially to a top 5 when it's all said and done after the 7 weeks have been completed. But before we let you go and celebrate a second place finish, once again, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 48 car.
Yeah, obviously Carl and Casey Speedworks and Majula Say Speed Shop. Hated that Carl got taken out there, but he had us rolling tonight. Wish we could have ran up front. Thought we had something for Massey there. Then obviously Sweet Victory, 6-1 Media, Busy Corner Buggies, High Performance C. Everyone with Wotel and Steve and you, Brett, for putting this on. My mom and dad, and my wife, and that's it.
Hey, I just noticed, I just went and bought a micro set from Majula C Speed Shop, right? That code that you famously promote everywhere doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No. So can you get onto that and tell them they owe me 10% on my next purchase?
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring it up to the big wigs and Chris Ferguson, because that ain't right.
Yeah, because you know everybody, everybody needs to use code Fritzy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I tried it, but it didn't work. But anyhow, Scott, congratulations on the run-up finish. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week for Championship Week.
All right, thank you, Brett.
There we go, Scott Fritz, the man that comes home second place here tonight. And well, the man that gets his third feature win of the season, it's the 2-car of Jamie Massey. Jamie, congratulations, your third win of this season. And after 7 weeks, you should be the points leader. Boy, that race, that got a little scary and hectic towards the front of the field, right around half race distance.
It's unreal how guys act when they're the ones getting beat on. I love it. People can knock people out of the way for wins and do what they want to, but when they're getting beat on, man, the world comes to an end. They're calling in admins, wanting to talk to them and crying. I wasn't doing no damn crying the other week when I was getting knocked around. This is full fender racing, baby. Let's get it done.
Well, this 2-car had some speed from the get-go. You essentially pick up the clean sweep from fastest in qualifying. You picked up the Heat Race 1 victory, and, well, you go on to pick up the feature race victory here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. I just noticed as well, I sort of said it throughout the course of that broadcast, that qualifying, this field was only separated by 0.2 of a second. That's not a whole lot when it comes to dirt street stocks.
No, that's nothing, man. That's near nothing, and I mean, that's everything. You got to start in front of these boys, and me and Carl raced hard, man, and you know, that put us in a spot where we could race. You know, I haven't been doing worth of crap lately, even qualifying or even racing worth of crap. But, I mean, it was clear tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking nothing from nobody, but when cautions came out, I was ahead of him by a good bit, you know. So, I mean, if the only other time is I barely touched the tractor tire and he got back to me and then he drove through me for 3 laps. But it is what it is, man. Carl is Carl, and we're going to race on, man. It's just, he acts different when it happens to him, I guess.
We had a couple of cautions inside those final 10 laps. Were you sort of nervous at all, or was it just a matter of just, timing that restart just to get away from the field? And if you got away from the field, all you had to do was just not hit those tires and you'll be victorious?
Yeah, man, I knew that my teammate wasn't going to run me over. Yeah, I wasn't expecting no bombs, and we were in the clear, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like we had the best car. I mean, when you feel like you got the best car, a lot of times, I'm sure Carl's these last couple races, he ain't been worried, man. And I felt like as long as we didn't get ran over, we were going to win this deal. And, man, I ain't believing, but Bryce built that setup, and that is crazy. That is crazy. That thing was so good off the bottom, so I want to thank him first and foremost. I just haven't had time, man, so that is awesome. Man, that's cool to get one for him. That's crazy.
Well, you both pick up a podium position, first and third for yourself and Bryce. But Jamie, congratulations on your third feature win of the season. We look forward to seeing you back for Championship Week next week. You put it all on the line to see who can come away with the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stock Open Setup Championship. Jamie, congratulations on this victory. One last time before we let you head out of here, we'll let you thank everybody involved in this number 2 car.
Yeah, man, I want to thank everybody over at NLR, House of Speed, Papa Mike's Promotions, Heartland Harley Davidson, Mama Bear, Tunnel Vision by Hackney, Grip Hackney Live, y'all for putting this deal on. And like I said, man, Bryce and my boys, they went to work, man. I have not tuned a single setup in freaking over a month, pretty much, seems like. And just been working on my RL car, and these boys had me on kill tonight, and it showed. I appreciate them, appreciate y'all. See you, man.
Just a little heads up, you're 13 points clear of Car Kilgore going into next week. So, Jamie, congratulations on the victory, and good luck on Championship Race next week.
Thank you.
There we go, Jamie Massey, your winner here tonight from the Limaland Motorsports Park, which will, of course, wrap up round number 7 of the World of Thunder Esports League Dirt Street Stock competition here from Limaland. Next week, we will travel to, I think we're headed to the Eldora Speedway. If I can just bring up the street stock schedule. No, we are going to the dirt track at Charlotte. So we look forward to having your company next Tuesday night from 7 o'clock Eastern and 9 o'clock Eastern for both fixed street stocks and open street stocks. I think fixed street stocks are at 7 o'clock. I think that's the way we're going to wrap it up. And, of course, the open street stocks, again, 13 points separating Jamie Massey and Carl Kilgore. Tyler Jackson in third place in the point settings. Grady Ehrman, Bradley Means, that's your top 5. Scott Fritz, Devin Nelson, Lon Franks, Joshua Ely, and Charles Barnes. That is your top 10 when it comes to the point standings after week number 7. We look forward to having your company next week, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the World of Thunder Esports League Facebook page. But until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the manager behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.